What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Dante. Got some stuff on my mind. I want to get it off. The issue today is, why does Anderson Silva always get booed by white people? I know you may you may laugh when you hear the topic, but yeah, why does it always happen? I've been trying to break this down for years. I've been trying to understand it, and I just could not understand it. Ever since Anderson Silva has came to the octagon, he has been booed like ridiculous. And what's so strange about the situation is Anderson Silva is one of the most classiest, the most humble fighters to ever bless the UFC. I want to start, before I even get even deeper, I want to, start off saying my favorite fighters, are Anderson Silva, Jose Aldo, and GSP. I'm a MMA fan, but my number one love is boxing. But I am a UFC fan as well. But like I said, I've been trying to break this down. I've been scrambling my brain trying to figure out why it is. And realistically, I said to myself, well, is it because he's Brazilian? And then I said, no, it's not because he's Brazilian, because Vanderlei Silva is Brazilian, and Vanderlei seems to do no wrong in the UFC when it comes to fans. He's a very, very arrogant, cocky person. You know what I mean? And I like Vanderlei Silva, but let's face it, he's very, very arrogant and cocky. But yet, Vanderlei has never been booed by the crowd. Never. They love Vanderlei Silva. You know what I mean? I went to the Belfort Silva weigh-in actually today, and this is the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I was there. 95% of the people that was there were white, and they just when Belfort came out, they chanted his name, Vitor, Vitor. Anderson Silva came out, and they just showered him with tremendous boos. And it was just surprising to me, because once again, I'd say Anderson Silva is such a classy guy. I mean, next to GSP, Anderson Silva's got to be the most humble person in the UFC. He never disrespects his fans. He never disrespects his opponents. And let's face it, Anderson Silva just came off of a tough, difficult fight, where he was on the ground the majority of the fight, had a guy pounding his face in all night on steroids. You know what I mean? And he still won the fight. I mean, that's a Rocky Balboa situation right there. You know what I mean? And yet, here he comes after this ordeal with Chael Sonnen, and as soon as he comes to the weigh-in, he's completely booed. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me, why does this man get booed? I got to be honest with you guys. I've come to the conclusion that it can only be one reason, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm assuming that he's doing this, I'm assuming that white people are doing this because Anderson Silva looks like a black man. Realistically, I truly feel that. Because he looks like a black man. You know what I mean? I mean, what other reason is there for people to keep booing this man? Don't get me wrong. I know that there have been black fighters that white people have cheered for before. I understand that. But it still makes me ask the question, why does Anderson get booed? Why does he get booed? And while I'm on the topic, I might as well bring up, Rampage as well. Rampage, same situation. Rampage, he's very humorous. Whenever you talk to any other MMA fighters about Rampage, they always say, I love the guy. He's so funny. He's this, he's that. Rampage is he's a clown. He just likes to make people laugh. He loves his fans. But yet, for some reason, in mostly all of his fights, not all of his fights, but the majority of all of his fights, they booed him. Soon, he sits in the crowd watching the fight. The camera, the camera, they zoom in on Rampage, the crowd just boos. Why is that? Why is that? Rashad Evans is another one. He gets, every single time people see him on the camera, he gets booed. I know I've heard people say, oh, Rashad Evans is just cocky. But that doesn't make sense to me, because 95% of all of the UFC fighters are cocky, arrogant. What I'm saying? They want to act like beasts and, monsters. A lot of them, they have, it seems to me a lot of them have an insecure personality. Well, I don't know where it comes from, but, just I got to show you I'm tough, and, poking their mouth out. People like Diego Sanchez coming into the ring, foaming at the mouth. I mean, stuff like that is just ridiculous. And it makes the sport look more of like some, alley fight than an actual sport. You have to treat it like a sport. Anderson Silva, he's very good at treating this sport like a sport. But like I said, I don't understand why he gets booed. I will never understand it. I truly believe it's because of the color of his skin. And my whole thing is, I honestly don't expect, white people to accept him like they would accept a Forrest Griffin, or a Rich Franklin or a Chuck Liddell. I don't expect them to respect him that way. But yet at the same time, I feel it's a little overkill when you're booing a person who respects the crowd. He respects the crowd so much, and you boo him. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I had to get this off of my chest. Because it's been on my mind for a while. And once I went to this weigh-in today, it really made me say, let me see what people think about this. So I look forward to your comments. Now, even though this is a race topic, I would expect that if anyone leaves comments, they're mature, and I don't want to get into the race slur, baiting and stuff like that. I will block your comments if you start doing that immature stuff like that. So, like I said, I look forward to your comments, and you guys have a good one.